we now know all the formulas there are to deal with triangles, so let's figure out how to solve them. First question we're going to ask is, what formula do I use? So do I have a right angle triangle? If so, we go on the left, and we ask one more question. Do I have all sides? If the answer is yes, Pythagoras. If we say no, I'm dealing with some angles, then we're going to use SOHCAHTOA. However, if we don't have a right angle triangle, we go on the right side, and we have opposite. Do I have opposite side and angle? If the answer is yes, then we're going to use sine law. If the answer is no, we're going to use cosine law. And there it is. But here's the question we need to ask ourselves for a tip. We always start with the largest angle. So in this case, which one of those three angles, A, B, or C, is the largest angle? You thought about it. The largest angle is A. How do I know? Because it's across from the largest side. So here's our summary for it. The largest side is always across from the largest angle. And the smallest side is always across from the shortest side. And you can think about it this way, right? This side is going to be pretty small, the angle is very small. If I had a bigger angle, I would have a bigger side, and that kind of makes sense. So let's see. If I'm given this triangle to solve, PQR, knowing that P is 48, R is 10, and Q is 8.5, what would I do? Well, first I would set up myself a nice little triangle, the standard one, something like this, and I'll call it P, Q, and R. And then I would start putting the values. P is 48, R is 10, Q is 8.5. Go ahead, put those numbers in, stop the video, and solve it. And then I'll show you the answer. In 3, 2, 1. So here it is. We see that P is 48, R across from R is 10, Q across from Q is 8.5. So which one are we going to look for first? Well, I have 10. Let me just highlight it. I have the 10, the 48, and the 8.5. So at that point in time, I don't have opposite side, opposite angle. Therefore, I'm going to start by looking for P using cosine law. You already know how to do cosine law. Once you plug it all in the calculator, take the square root, and we get that P is equal to 765. Now that I have T is equal to 65, I do have opposite side and opposite angle. Therefore, for my second step, I need to solve for either Q or R. Well, which one's bigger? Well, I don't know. Oh, yes, I do. Because R is across from 10. And 10 is bigger than 8.5. So I'm looking for R. Set up sine law. Sine of 48 divided by 765 is sine of R divided by 10. What's diagonally across from sine R? 765. Therefore, 765 goes dividing. When I plug in the calculator, I get that R is equal to 76. I got the value. Now lastly, I still have opposite side, opposite angle, so I could use sine law again, but why would I bother? For my last one, I already know that I can just do the 180 minus, and I get my answer Q. Hopefully that's what you got. So let's practice that same thing. If in this case it's different, because now I need to find all three angles. We need to find all three angles instead of finding one side and two angles. So your task now is, which will you solve first, second, and third? And what formula will you use? So stop the video, answer that quick question. You don't have to actually do the math, just say what you would be using, and then I'll do it. 3, 2, 1. Okay, the first one we're going to find out is going to be E, because E is across from the largest side. So I'm going to find angle E. What will I use? Well, I have three sides. I don't have opposite side, opposite angle, so I'm going to use cosine law. Okay, once I have E, that means I do have opposite side, opposite angle. Therefore, now I can find the next angle, which would be, I'll look for F. Why F? Because F is across from 75, and 75 is bigger than 73. Because I have opposite side, opposite angle, I can use sine law to find it, and there I have it. And now The last angle that I have left is D, and I'm going to use 180 minus E minus F to find it. And there it is.